Welcome to Manga Experts. We are back with another top 10 recommendation list. If you like our videos, please leave a like and subscribe for regular updates of our videos. Without any further ado, let's get started. Number 10. Bloodhounds. The mother of the main character took a lot of loan from money sharks, and now the loan sharks want their money back at any cost. The main character has no other option left, so he joins another moneylender as his bloodhound. Bloodhounds are those people who do collection for moneylenders. This is a dog-eat-dog world, so the main character had to clench his teeth and throw his morals out of the window in order to pay his debt. This is quite an educational webtoon about the money sharks. The art is good, characters are well polished, and the story is quite good, and the pacing is also perfect. It manages to portray a well-drawn picture of how the underworld of loan sharks work. Number 9. Blitz Triggered. Fenrir is a person whose mind is full of vengeance. He joined a mercenary unit where he met his companions who have different reasons to fight, but the same reasons to kill. With his not ordinary weapon called Skegox, he uses it to fight in deadly battles. On his path, he will meet many people that will have the wish to kill, persuade, and backstab each other. For this reason, the blitz that resides in his body will be triggered. This manhwa is action-packed to the brim. The author redid the chapters, so now the art has become upscaled. The characters are amazing and the world building is on point. The story is also good and has a little bit of revenge thrown in the mix. Only problem is that chapters are a little bit short. Other than that, it's a totally underrated webtoon, which deserves a lot of love. Number 8. Devil's Editing. Main character is a super simp for an online streamer. One day she decides that she's gonna make videos in real haunted places, and the main character applies as an editor and gets accepted. When he arrives at the location, shit hits the fan and he witnesses one of the crew members murdering someone. This is a good suspense thriller ex-horror manhwa. The art is a bit downscaled, but it goes well with the haunted theme of the story. It's a completed manhwa, so you can finish it in one reading session. Number 7. Justified Murder. Dr. So Woo-han is targeted for revenge, but she ends up killing her attacker in self-defense. Her detective husband helps her dump the body and frame it as the work of a serial killer. The only problem is that the real serial killer knows what they did and is blackmailing them into committing more murders. This one is a solid thriller manhwa. There are a few but well-made characters in it. The story is short but well-paced. You can finish it in one sitting. Number 6. Unhinged. Unhinged is a story of murder and violence. This manhwa follows Erika as she walks a path of vengeance. 7 years ago, Erika came home to find her husband murdered. Unable to find any other suspects, Erika was found guilty and spends most of a decade plotting her revenge from the inside of a prison cell. Once freed, she finds herself moving past the boundaries of respectable society and beyond the shackles of morality. She breaks laws and many lives are lost as she tries to get revenge. This is a super awesome thriller manhwa. The art is a bit simple but expressive. The story of Unhinged is quite addictive, and the best things are the characters. They are well polished and they never feel out of place. Only read this if you want a good thriller with an original plot. Number 5. Get Back. The accident that occurred 7 years ago at the orphanage changed the lives of these two girls forever. In a world where talent and ability are everything, what will be their destiny now? This webtoon is a good combination of art and violence. The story is very engaging. All characters are well flushed out. The art is for a drama. The main character is a little bit moody sometimes, but it still perfectly fits the theme of this webtoon. The story is also kind of dark, so only read it if you can cope up with a little dark but very well written story. Number 4. Harmonia. Divers discover an immortal jellyfish in the Caribbean Sea, and the keys to immortality is seemingly at hand for humanity with the development of Harmonia, a pill that keeps its consumers looking young as long as it's taken daily. However, a fatal flaw is discovered when a singer experiences its side effect while on TV, rapidly aging until death. Our main character gets trapped on an island. and their harmonious supply is running out, which is causing many deaths and riots on the island. This manhwa at first seems a little bit similar to Midnight Mass series. The story is very good, and the characters are written very well. The author made this story look more real in a way. The plot moves at a good pace. There's always something new and more bizarre happening, and it never gets boring. The art is a little bit average, but it still manages to portray a thrilling survival story with many good twists and turns. Number 3. Red Cage. In the worst neighborhoods, the back of a taxi is called the cage. If you are bullied or someone did you wrong in any way, you can hire a taxi driver for a price who will solve these problems for you. The Rainbow Taxi offers the full spectrum of special services, including revenge and extortion for a good price. This story follows the Rainbow Taxi Company as they take clients to do revenge acts for money. This is a disturbing but very well-made story. It's more like Vigilante but on crack. Each case the main character takes is quite unique, and there's always a very satisfying ending for each one. Only read it if you can handle a really dark and twisted thriller. It has also been adapted into a Korean web series called Taxi Driver. Number 2. The Retreats. In the distant future, people live in abundance in the retreats, a so-called paradise on Earth. This prosperity is made possible at the expense of a drained underclass in the surrounding slums of Brine, who must either serve the citizens of the retreats or fight in the dreaded battlegrounds for a shot at becoming a retreat citizen. For Brine resident John Canty, whose father and grandfather died in the battlegrounds, the desire to rise to the retreats seemed like a hopeless pipe dream. All that changes when his new job takes him into the retreats and he encounters Edward, a boy who looks identical to his own son Gable. The art of this webtoon is quite unique without much color. It's done by the same artist as Distant Sky. The story of this webtoon is top tier with some American Psycho characteristics. It has a vibe of originality to it. The author did a wonderful job in creating the personalities of the characters, and they feel more human-like. This webtoon is totally underrated and deserves a lot of love. And one more thing, there's a lot of backstabbing and tragedy in it. Number 1. Confessions. Miss Jang is moving on from teaching after her daughter was found dead in the school pool. Her death was deemed a tragic accident, but Miss Jang suspects otherwise, and before she resigns, she's about to reveal a shocking truth. The story of this webtoon is outstandingly amazing. It's adapted from a Japanese novel and made into a Korean webtoon. This manhwa is one of my favorite thrillers. The story has a lot of depth to it, and there are twists and turns that I have never seen before in any thriller comic. This webtoon gives a deep dive on human psychology. Do you agree with our picks? Check out our other videos for more suggestions, and don't forget to give us a like before going. Until then, take care and we will see you in our next video.